Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? So in the last few days, I've really been inspired to create some videos around how to change your past, transforming that past. What does it mean? How do we do that? To change our past, we need to step into our authentic self. We need to become aligned with our higher self. So what's been coming through the last few days is to share with you now a series of videos that are going to be in order, talking about all the different steps that we can take, or that you can take, to change your past. So the two things work hand in hand. To change our past, we need to become our authentic self. You need to embrace that part of you. You need to become aligned. We need to align with our higher self. This is how we change the past. And in this video, we're going to talk about the very first step. All of this came through because this morning I was editing a video for you. And in the video, it was talking about the first step to enlightenment, the first step to becoming self-aware, the first step to being spiritually awakened, the first step to changing your past. Because to become enlightened, to become spiritually awake, to be self-aware, those three things are the same thing. They're just different names for the same thing: awakening, enlightenment, becoming self-aware. And I like the last one because it is the most precise in describing what this process is. We become aware of the self, of your higher self. You become aware of your soul. You become aware that there's something more than just this human experience happening here. It's very exciting. So today we're sharing the very first step, and it started in that video, but I realized that there were more steps and I needed to continue with those steps. So in this video, we're going to start with step number 1 with a bit of a tweak. So originally we spoke of the very first step to enlightenment, to becoming spiritually awakened, the very first step to change your past, or to become self-aware, all of those things, is to stop focusing on others. And in this video, we're going to really dive deep into this. Stop focusing on others. To become self-aware, we need to focus on ourself. You need to focus on yourself. You cannot become self-aware if you continue to focus on others, on trying to change others, on trying to fix others, on trying to heal others, and whatever other scenarios you got running through your mind of what it is that we're meant to be doing with others. Because we're not meant to be doing any of that. They've got their own spiritual paths. They're walking their own paths. They're here to have their own experiences. So when I say others, stop focusing on others. I'm talking about your partner if you have one. If you live with a partner at the moment, stop focusing on what they're doing or not doing, what they're saying or not saying. That's affecting you. Stop focusing on them. If you have children, stop focusing on your children. The only reason you would keep focusing on your children is if they're too little and they rely on you. If you're still feeding them, if it's a baby and you're still feeding it and you still need to change nappies and you're still tending to this young one, this young being still needs you for a lot of things, then yes, tend to them. I'm not saying to stop doing that, but I'm talking about children that are 10 years and above, 10, 11, 12 and older. Allow them to have their experiences. Allow them to walk their spiritual path. Today, I am allowing you to let go. Let go of all of it. It's not your job to do any of that. You have one job, no matter where you are. My spiritual awakening began when my daughter was born. So imagine having a newborn baby that you have to tend to, and you're having this amazing spiritual awakening. And what do you do with all this knowledge and all this information that comes flooding through? It's like a beautiful seed in a garden. You tend to it, you water it, you give it your loving attention. You don't toss it aside because I'm too busy right now doing this. This is your life. How can you be too busy for your life? And your life is afoot. Every day is another day in your life. So today, I am giving you permission to let that all go. Today, we are going to start focusing on our self, on our higher self. We're going to focus on us. First step, the first step to change your past, the first step to becoming spiritually awakened, the first step to becoming self-aware, the first and most important step. Start to focus on you. Take back your attention from all these things, from all these other things. Take them back to here, to this moment, back to you. We need to be here, present with ourself. And yes, we are definitely going to stop focusing on others when it comes to blaming others that have wronged us, blaming others that have hurt us. I'm hoping and I'm praying, and we all are here because they're all here with me today, the beautiful angels. Our hope, our prayer is that with these steps that we will be covering, by the end of these few steps, there's not many, there's about 5 so far that we've uncovered to share with you, that you will no longer need to be blaming anyone else for anything, because it will become so obvious to you that this life was always about you and you only. You come into this world on your own. You don't get to come in with anyone else. No matter how much you love someone in this life, you still had to come in by yourself. And when you leave, you don't get to take anyone with you. You leave on your own as well. So that should be a huge indication to you that this life is about you. It was never about them. And it was never about, blaming our parents forever and ever and ever for the childhood that we had. We had that childhood for a reason, and through these videos we're going to be discussing all of that. But in this first video, we're taking our focus off of others. We're taking our power back when we do that. We're focusing on us, on ourselves. You are the only one that can change your thoughts. You are the only one that can change yourself. You can't change anyone else, in case you haven't figured it out yet. And it's not your job. I'm telling you today, it's not your job. It's not in your job description. When your soul signed on to come down to earth to have this beautiful human experience, it was never your job, the job of your soul. It was never your soul's job to come down here to fix anyone else or to change anyone else. Your soul came here to have its own experience. And we are trying to reconnect you back to that beautiful energy, back to your higher self, back to your soul. So, step number 1, the very first step, take it with me today. Focus on you. Focus on yourself. Start looking at you. Whenever you find yourself that you're focusing on someone else, and to focus, we're talking about we have a judgment that what they're doing is right or wrong, or that it's good or bad. Take that back. Take it back. Take that focus away from that. Take it back. Let's focus on here. What can we change here? What can we do here? Because this is the only thing you can change, yourself. If that is something that you desire within your heart. If the experience you've had so far is amazing and you want more of it, then keep doing what you're doing. Because you're already doing everything you need to do to have the amazing experience you wanted to have. There is nothing missing in your life. It is complete. But if you are here listening to these videos, it's because you feel like you are missing something important. You're stuck in a loop, like I was for most of my adult life. I was stuck on this little merry-go-round. Every year felt the same. Like nothing was ever going to change. And the reason for that is because all of my focus was always out there blaming my parents for my unhappiness, out there blaming my parents for my sadness, out there blaming others, my partners that couldn't love me the way I needed to be loved. Because no matter how much they loved me, it was never enough. Sound familiar? How can others love us when we can't love us? And that's what we're doing here with all these beautiful videos. We hope by the end of it, you'll be so in love with who you are that every day will be magic. Every day will feel like a miracle. Because you are a miracle. All right, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And remember step 1, today I am focusing on me. All right, I'll see you in the next video for step number 2. Bye for now.